It's Thursday. I woke
We're,
up this
we're
morning.
working. That was scary.
Yeah. Oh, I
A
can
little
see
scary
it.
there.
You guys can see us, right? We're here. Is this thing on? I hope so. Good morning. Happy Thursday. I am thrilled to be at Thursday to have the week almost done. You guys
Speak
know.
for yourself.
Oh yeah. John. John is
I'm
loving his
so
time on Second
upset.
Cup. John is loving being
Only
here with
one
the
more day.
Cuppies. Of course, we miss Ed. He's having some fun on vacation, enjoying his week. But he will be back with us on Monday. But we're so happy to have John here for today and tomorrow. We get 2 more full shows with Johnny Boy.
I got to make sure that like these are the next 2 best shows. Thank you, Peter. I needed this. I needed
John,
this.
Peter wants John to fill in more often when anyone's away. Happy almost Friday to everyone. Good morning, Barbara. Good morning, Bonnie. Good morning, Lorianne. Good morning, Megan. Good morning, Mark. Good morning, Kelly. A couple things we want to talk about. We're going to keep it chill, light, and fun today. What did we even say we were going to talk about? The minute I thought about it. Oh. We got downtown developments. Jeff Baker says, step it up, John. Okay.
Jeff.
I think that's
All
a
right,
good thing,
all right,
right? Yeah,
all right.
he's
No,
stepping
no.
up.
I need the energy and stuff like that. I mean, I just want to give a big shout out to my Niagara Ice Dogs. Big day today in Barrie, Ontario. Game 1 of the CHL playoffs. Go Dogs, go!
I had to figure out what we were talking
Been a
about. I was
tough
like, is
time
hockey?
there, but they ended the drought, and the road to the Memorial Cup runs through St. Catharines. So go Dogs, go!
Go Dogs go. God bless. I don't know what that is or what we're talking about. But what I do know is, Jeff Becker.
Come on, Jeff.
Big Ice Dogs.
That's all right. I conditioned my hair today, so it's looking good. You know,
Doing as Jeff Baker
it took me
says.
way too long. It took until I was like
Dogs.
27, 28 years old to not shampoo and condition my hair every single day.
Oh yeah, you gotta. I mean,
Yeah.
and you got curls too. You need
Yeah,
to
I
make
know,
sure that you're
I
letting
know.
the hair breathe. Come
And
on.
now I got it breathing. Now I'm looking like a gym teacher. It's looking good.
Alrighty. Okay, so let's talk about downtown Buffalo. Downtown Buffalo, we got a big special going on tonight. If you got time around 7 o'clock, want you to please tune in to our special that we have running. It is called Voices Renaissance Resting. So it's tonight. If you miss it tonight, tomorrow at 5 o'clock, we're rerunning it. I do have a segment in there, which is fun. And it's Michael Wooten's been working really hard on this, and we got a bunch of people on our team who've been working to kind of put this story together. We talk a lot about what's going on downtown. We talked about Port Tap Room closing, Wheaties Bazaar closed, Braemiller Market obviously had a big impact on downtown Buffalo by going away. So what's the deal? Like before COVID, I moved here in 2019, and there were so many talks about this renaissance, and it would be on radio ads. Western New York's renaissance, Erie County, downtown Buffalo is going to be this booming metropolis. And then COVID happened, and it was like, I don't know if that's happening anymore. And we want it to happen, right? We want to see downtown be a place that people want to flock to and come to, but we don't have that many hotels. There are great restaurants, but it'd be nice to have more. It'd be nice to have more local businesses and things like that. So we did a full sit down with people who work, have businesses in Buffalo. I talked to a woman who lives in Buffalo. This is Monsi. She's lived here for 7 years. She moved here in 2018. And she's lived in Atlanta, she's lived in Virginia, and her happy place is downtown Buffalo. She is the champion of our city right now. She's saying more people need to move down here. More people need to understand why downtown Buffalo is so great. She's a fan of the train system. She does want to see it get modernized a little bit, but there is somewhere to go, right? There's only up from here, hopefully, is kind of her outlook on the situation. But what can downtown do? What can downtown do to be better is the big question. And those are some of the questions that we're going to be asking tonight in our special. But the positive segment is what I've got. So that'll be really fun. But we are going to answer Peter's question here. Where is Wegmans supposed to go downtown? So let's start there. Do you think it would be good if we added a Wegmans to downtown Buffalo?
Yes.
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 You live
I do.
downtown,
I
so
live
give me your
downtown.
perspective.
Yeah. Honestly, anywhere that I go, just living downtown, it's at least 15, 20 minutes of a drive. So if I have to go to Target, even if I have to go to the one on Delaware, it's still going to take forever because driving up Delaware is a nightmare. And then driving around is also a nightmare. So realistically, if you live downtown like I do, you are so secluded from everything.
The stores and shopping.
You can't do any sort of shopping, any sort of clothes shopping. I mean, yeah, there are some markets in Allentown, and you can get food from restaurants and everything, but Now there's no supermarket because Bray Miller closed.
Did you go to Bray Miller when it was here?
No, because I think you told me it was like crazy expensive. So I was like, all right,
It
I
can
can't
be.
do that.
It
I
was kind of
can't do that.
expensive. I won't lie. I mean, a lot of grocery stores are expensive, but there's something about Wegmans that people just love in Western New York. You hear about people who've moved away who come back to the area just for Wegmans. And Wegmans has been expanding a lot. They're moving to different states.
There's one on the island, on Long Island.
There's one on Long Island
Yep.
now. There's one on the long one. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yep.
So a lot of people are agreeing. Mark says yes, it would be nice if there was a Wegmans downtown, but they won't do it, and that's the big thing here. So we talked to Douglas Jamal, and he's going to be part of our coverage in the special tonight. And obviously, he's got a lot of stake in Buffalo. He owns many properties downtown, like Seneca One and all of the big ones. And he says the answer, the solution to saving downtown Buffalo is bringing a Wegmans. So he sat down with Wegmans, and he's like, "Look, come to downtown." And Wegmans was like, "I don't know about that." So their response to that was basically, we already have a location like 5 miles away, the one on Amherst Street and like near Black Rock, and like not far from Buff State.
Mhm.
So they're like, it would kind of interfere with the locations we already have by adding a Wegmans downtown. And Douglas Jamal said he's not taking that as a no. I mean, it's the start of a conversation. He thinks it still could happen, and he pitched it for the old HSBC building that he owns, or the Buffalo News building, which he also owns, which should be right down near where Key Bank is. So like really downtown.
So this is a great point by Jeanette. Speaking for my mom, who's retired but worked downtown for the courts, they had 2-hour breaks from court and would bring coolers and drive to Wegmans on Amherst Street to fit shopping in, build it, and they will come.
I think it's a great point. And I asked this earlier this morning. I think Wegmans is like, we don't have the audience we would need to bring that to downtown. But do you need to have the people move downtown and then you bring the grocery store? Or do you need the grocery store and then the people move because of the grocery store?
And if the whole goal is to have more people either move or be downtown, you need to have a viable supermarket there. And there's nothing.
You want convenience. You want to be able to get everywhere you need to get. You want to be able to get all your necessities. And ideally downtown, you want to do it without having to drive too far. Like in the summer, it'd be so nice if you could walk to Wegmans from your house.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't do that because a lot of
Oh, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
but
you could pick
still,
something up.
Yeah, no,
you go
it's
to the
fine.
bakery.
But at the same time, if you're trying to get people downtown and then they still have to take time on their breaks, as Jeanette said, like you have to plan that out. I have to plan out when I'm going grocery shopping. I know
gotta,
it
like,
sounds
take
like I'm
the day.
complaining. First world problems, but I have to plan out when I'm actually going to be able to get to the supermarket as opposed to, I mean, honestly, when I was living back home or when I was in Tucson, I was able to go basically whenever I wanted to because it was a lot more accessible.
Right there. Yeah, I live off of like Fillmore, and around the corner, I've got Dashes, I've got Aldi. Like if I need something and I forget it real quick, there's even a Dollar General, but like you don't have that same convenience downtown. Like if I needed something, I could walk across the street to Dollar General and pick it up super quick. That's how I keep all the candy at my desk. Danielle says Wegmans would not last downtown. Danielle, explain that. Why don't you think Wegmans would last downtown? Is it because there aren't enough people?
She did follow up after 5. Our downtown is a ghost town.
Honestly, ghost town, it's a ghost town all the time.
Yeah.
It's a ghost town at 9, it's a ghost town at noon, it's a ghost town at 5.
I think what was it last Friday or 2 Fridays ago?
There are
Whatever
20
day it
to
was in the-
30,000 less people, fewer people in downtown every day.
I think last Friday or 2 Fridays ago, whenever it was really nice, I went for a walk around downtown Buffalo, and it was the first time that I've seen people actually out and about in months.
It's wild. It has to be like a really nice day. Barb saying, funny, around 8 years ago, I sent
Oh.
Wegmans corporate office suggesting a Wegmans Express downtown, and they said, nah, which is kind of what they're saying now. I don't know. Lorianne, Wegmans is very particular on where they go, needs a huge amount of people in the area they're in. And at the end of the day, it's a business, right? They want to make sure they're getting the bang for their buck. Let's see. Kim says they need to put a grocery store that is affordable to everyone, like Aldi. A Wegmans is a great store, but can be expensive. Della with a great point, though, because we've been asking about the food desert on the east side since 2022 when May 14th happened. What about a Wegmans on Jefferson or Broadway? What about the east side of Buffalo? You know, maybe consider them too. And Wegmans has said that they probably wouldn't go there either. So I really don't know where they'll go. I mean, unless they're just like, look, we're good with the Wegmans that we have now. They have 11 stores from Niagara Falls all the way down to Jamestown. If they're like, look, this is the business model that's working for us, I don't know. And Jeff Baker's right. Chicken before the egg or egg before the chicken.
I don't know. It's interesting. I mean, this is the first time that I've actually lived in a city like the downtown part of a city. But you legitimately have to either plan out your day. If you're just working downtown, you have to plan what you're doing on your breaks. Um, for a convenience factor, and then just bringing more people in, I think it's a no-brainer to have some sort of supermarket, not just Wegmans. Obviously, Douglas Jamal hinted at bringing a Wegmans in,
He
or
spelled
said,
it
or
too.
spelled it out.
He said
I should say.
WEGMANS. That's
But
what saves downtown. But like you have to add something. Like
Yeah.
you said, if it's a different chain of grocery store or even if it's just something else, you have to add something downtown, build it and they will come. Like you have to make something happen there. Mark says so many empty buildings downtown since the 1970s.
Yep.
I mean, you're walking around and like you mentioned, it's a ghost town at any time during the day and you want to see shops. There was one woman who had a boutique like right across from Hotel Lafayette once, and she couldn't sustain it. She couldn't maintain. There's no foot traffic down there to get people in to be shopping. So I mean, you got to move to like an Elmwood or a Hurdle or something like that.
I mean, even on Friday night, went to the Bandits game, and I live close enough to walk to Key Bank, and it really wasn't what I would be expecting for a sporting event or anything happening at Key Bank.
Yeah.
You know, like
One's driving in.
I didn't really see too many people walking around the streets or at any of the restaurants or anything like that.
Noreen says if they can't make a huge profit, they won't do it. It's all about their bottom line. Lynette says too expensive, won't last. Sarah says it's not a ghost town this morning. What's going on with all this traffic? Where are you seeing traffic? Oh, actually, you know what it is? If you're talking about like Tupper and Oak Street, there was an accident. So there was a crash there that kind of limited things. So that's the traffic. And people do come in and out for work, but I don't think they're moving about or patronizing, right? They're not going to lunch at Sue's Deli. They're not going anywhere else, or they're working from home and commuting in only a couple days a week. So it's interesting. Anita, I wonder if Wegmans has an aesthetic that they consider as far as like the communities they're going in. I think she means like, do they consider a certain place or a certain kind of area that they want to have their stores in, which is an interesting question. Della, they don't think about people without transportation. I mean, they
Right.
need to eat too. Needs to be a bus stop or something around there.
Whether it's downtown or on the east side, there needs to be something to bridge that gap.
Jeanette says, I think whoever said the Adams Mark location, that would be cool if they turned that into a huge Wegmans, like an outdoor Mercado, like other cities have, eating on the water. That could be like a super Wegmans on the water. Honestly, Jeanette, I think you're up to something. You're onto something here. She's talking about the Buffalo Grand that's right across the street from us. Personally, I would love that because we could go to lunch and just walk right over to Wegmans. But look,
You get sick of it.
You get sick of it?
Yeah.
Of Wegmans?
If it was right across the street, you wouldn't go there every single day.
I wouldn't go every day, but I think I'd go enough.
What's enough?
I'd go right after work, get everything I need to bake. That'd be clutch. I could walk over there. Nice summer day. The bakery's right there. If there was a Wegmans across the street from work, you best believe I'd be going over there.
All right, we'll see.
But I think that's a good
Try to
idea.
sell
That
out.
could be cool. Either way, we need to see something go into that spot. Men says they would need a full-size store. They could do smaller, more compact store that offers things that cater to the community downtown. That's a great point. Maybe something like the similar
Bray
size
Miller?
of a Bray Miller. Right, same size as a Bray Miller, but somehow with a different model that means it can last longer. Obviously, Bray Miller, too, was impacted by the pandemic. You know, you can't predict things like that, but that obviously hurts the bottom line. Interesting. Mark says for fresh food, there should be an indoor farmer's market. That's such a great point. I
Yeah.
love indoor farmer's market, outdoor farmer's market. I know that they do at least food truck Thursdays in Niagara, Tuesday and Thursdays in Niagara Square. I mean, that's a big pull.
I think
that's a-
Thursdays is in Niagara Square, and then Tuesdays is in Larkinville.
Yeah.
think
Tuesdays
that's
in
right.
Larkinville,
I might have
Thursdays in Niagara
flipped
Square.
them,
I think
but-
you're right. It's food truck Tuesdays in Niagara and Larkinville. But I don't know. I think that something needs to happen. But I am encouraged when I do see people downtown, and we have those things like food truck Tuesdays in Larkinville or food truck Thursdays in Niagara Square. Because you're like, oh my gosh, people really do work here, and people are around, and you can have conversations and talk to people you haven't seen before. But you just want to see things get better. So again, that special is happening tonight at 7:00, and it's going to rerun tomorrow at 5:00 if you miss it. I'm in it for a little bit, so you want to see me again, even though you see me all morning.
Plenty of reason to tune in.
Tune in tonight. Renaissance Rusting, really good conversation that I think we need to be having, and I love the conversations that we get to have here about it as well. Another great conversation and lighter and more positive news is that Buffalo is a booming place for movies and films.
You want to go there, not the house being sold?
Yeah,
Okay. Well,
follow my lead.
I'm following. I'm following.
Why would you want to go house being sold next?
Well, I thought it would go with like people. It's fine. Producer versus on air.
I'm running this ship.
someone's a Devo, the other person isn't wearing a hat. That's all. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, there's only one diva here. He's right over there. Anyway, we're talking about Hollywood in Buffalo. So HGTV is here, and they're showing something this weekend. I forget what the show is called. House Hunters, I think it is.
Sure.
House Hunters. They are doing a like series for HGTV, and that's airing this weekend. They were in Amherst, I believe. Mark, pull that comment up. Put that comment up. We already.
I
knew
know,
that.
Mark.
But like, hello.
I know.
All right, Kim, thank you for saying you'll be watching. And Lori says Wise and Voices on Facebook. We used to air it live on Facebook. I don't know why we don't do that anymore. I can ask the powers that be and see what's going on there.
I
But
thought
anyway,
you were the boss.
well, I'm the boss here. But
Oh,
as
okay.
soon as we leave this room,
All right.
I'm the boss. All right. We're talking about movie making in Western New York. So not only is there the HGTV series that's airing this weekend, but we also got Mario Lopez in town, who I learned plays AC Slater in Saved by the Bell because that
I
show was
also
before
learned
my
that.
time.
Did not watch that show.
Before your, well, not before your time.
Actually, yes, it was. It went off the air in 1993. I wasn't alive.
What year were you born?
1994.
Oh, well, not far after, but yeah, I was watching the reruns, and we were not alive when it was airing. Is the point? Also, shout out to my mom. My mom is here. She said, "Gotta follow her lead." Mommy taught me well. All right, they are also filming that Hallmark movie. So we got Hallmark, Mario Lopez, and HGTV all in Western New York, and. I love Western New York, but sometimes I'm like, why is it such a great place to film movies? I don't understand what it is. But Tim Clark, who is like the head movie guy in Buffalo, says it's a great place. It's economic for filmmakers. And whenever you want to film a Christmas movie, you can just do it
Yeah,
here.
where else would you want to go?
So that's why Mario Lopez, and they're filming a Christmas movie here. I think he's supposed to play a firefighter in Lancaster. And he posted this video being like, oh, Western New York, why is it snowing? Didn't you guys know it was spring? And I'm like, dude, you're filming a Christmas movie. You want snow.
I want to know, like, do they know ahead of time? The schedule comes out of when they're shooting something. So
Yeah.
they planned it for
March.
Western New York and in March. But they didn't know it was going to snow. So they're doing a Christmas movie.
I mean, I think they were maybe hoping it would be like acceptable to wear a jacket out, because I feel like if you're filming, sometimes they film those movies like in LA and they have to wear like,
So that was just
Coats.
luck, you're saying? That
probably.
it started snowing?
But think about filming in LA. If you're filming in LA, it's 75 degrees, but you're acting as though it's wintertime. So they're wearing
Yeah.
jackets and coats and they're sweating under there. It makes more sense to film in March in Buffalo where it's going to be like 40 degrees and you can actually wear that coat and it makes sense. And Della says, she says I'm right, it's probably cheaper for filmmakers. Jeff Baker loves a Hallmark movie, but that emoji says otherwise. Julie McCoy, he's on Entertainment Tonight. I think he was on that. He had a show called Extra. I don't know what that was on. Anita, yes, it is a Christmas movie that he's filming, and he's supposed to play like the heartthrob firefighter for one of the Lancaster volunteer fire companies. Peter says, filming a Christmas movie in Buffalo, at least film producers can save a lot on fake snow and have the real stuff. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But Mario Lopez, he was not ready to be out here.
No.
In the cold.
No.
But he looked like he was dressed properly.
It takes a special type of person to be ready for the cold that we have here.
Yeah, you gotta you have a thick skin to walk outside and get smacked in the face with the Western New York wind. Mark
You don't have
says,
that.
"No, I do not have that thick skin. It makes me want to cry every time." Mark says, "Saw on X that one major star will be here this summer, but they won't say who. Who said that? That's exciting. I love that. Okay, in the realm
Haley
of
Steinfeld.
well, I love seeing her. She
You
got
sure
a new
Haley
commercial.
Haley Allen? You think she
Seen her?
hyphenates?
Oh, Haley Steinfeld Allen. Haley
think it's-
Allen.
I think the first one's better.
I like the hyphenation.
Yeah.
So Haley Steinfeld Allen kind of rolls out the tongue. Then she's HSA, like
Okay.
the benefits card you
Yeah.
use for your health.
Yeah.
Or she's Haley Allen. But Haley Allen is a lot
I don't
of
like
vowels.
Haley Allen.
Haley Allen. Haley Allen. Haley Steinfeld Allen. I like HSA.
Yeah, that sounds a lot better.
Josh
Rolls
and
off the
Haley
tongue.
Allen. Haley and Josh Allen.
Josh Steinfeld.
Josh Steinfeld. You never know. It's 2025. Anything can happen.
Would they change it to Steinfeld Town and Steinfeld Street?
Allen. Is there
Yeah.
Steinfeld Street?
No. I'm saying.
Oh,
like,
instead of Allentown?
Yeah, instead of Allentown and Allen Street. Would
It's
they?
Steinfeld Allen?
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know. People are saying when you grow up here, the snow's not that bad. Kelly says you have to be born here to deal with the weather. I mean, I've been here for 6 years now, and I will say that I am, it takes me a while to acclimate to heat now. My mom can like she can vouch for this. I went home one April and it was like a warmer spring day and I was sweating. Like it was like 70 something. And normally I feel like if you live down there, that's not that bad. But I was like, oh my gosh, I can't stand it. It's rough. Burgery says good thing they didn't film when it was 70. And yeah, so she agrees. Haley Steinfeld Allen, Anita chiming in, JA and HSA.
I think that's what it has to be.
Della, what? Cece Winans is in Buffalo tonight? Or she's at Gettsville? How much is it? More information, please. You know who Cece Winans is?
No.
I knew he didn't know who Cece Winans is. Della, you give me the information. I need to know.
I'm very excited that you're very excited.
I'll Google her for you. Gospel singer. So BB and
While
CC.
you take 6 years to Google this.
I have one hand here. I'm holding the mic with the other one because it'll fall.
That's
Cece
good.
Winans.
That's good. Just make sure the mic drops. That's not going to get picked
my
up on the stream.
gosh. Okay, so the point of us bringing this up is that we wanted to talk about movies and TV shows.
Oh,
No,
it's sold out.
I didn't even know she was going to be here. Okay, Della, take pictures and videos, please, and send them to me. Because I want to see Cece. I didn't even know she was going to be here. That's really cool. She's a gospel singer, for those that don't know. What shows are you watching tonight?
Oh, now the Cubbies are just rubbing it in.
Kelly's going to see Cece? No one told me about Cece. You guys, I feel so left out.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Someone live stream it. Someone just like FaceTime me and show me the feed.
Someone
I can't
do a
believe
second
everyone's
cup.
going to CC in Gettsville and not me.
Could have been you.
Sneak me an extra ticket.
Could have been you.
She's going to be so magical. Okay. What are you watching? What are you guys watching? Are you watching any good TV shows right now? Are you watching any movies? What are you watching right now?
I'm watching a couple shows. Daredevil.
Never heard of it.
That's on Disney Plus. I'm watching Reacher on Amazon Prime.
Learned about it today.
I'm watching The Righteous Gemstones on HBO. Is it still HBO Max or
It's
just Max? All right, Max. I'm watching.
Was that a Grinch reference?
Yeah. And I just Sarah, same here.
Sarah, you are my
just
girl.
started watching Severance. Oh, and then also on Apple TV, I'm watching Mythic Quest.
Okay, so Sarah and I are on the same page. I'm watching Survivor 2. I started watching during COVID, and I've been watching every season since. I haven't caught up yet, so no spoilers yet, but I think I like these people in the season. Sometimes the people are unbearable on Survivor. Also watching The White Lotus. I'm caught up on that. I can't wait to see what happens in the next episode. I feel like it's going to be a big one. It's an interesting show. People are saying they don't like this season or it's a little bit more boring compared to past seasons, but I'm enjoying it. Sarah, let me know how you're feeling about the season of White Lotus. And then I haven't started Severance. You know who's into that now? Matt Bove.
Yeah, I mean, so is DJ. Also very much into it. He's the one that bullies me into
Watching shows.
watching that. I just watched the first episode, and it's definitely a show that you can get hooked into very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But the episodes are really long, and
That's
it's not a show that you can like be on your phone or anything.
You have to be paying
Like that.
attention.
Got to be locked in the entire
So
time.
if you don't know about Severance, all that I know is basically you get to like split your life between your personal life and your work life,
Mhm.
but you have to like choose to
If
do
only.
it. It would be nice. But
If only.
apparently there are some things that go wrong and it's very interesting. So that's one that's on my list. Also on my list is the Paradise. Has anyone heard of that one? People say I gotta watch
That's
that.
another one that I was told is like a must watch, but I haven't gotten around to that.
Okay, Sterling K. Brown is in that, and I loved him in what was the show? Oh my gosh, what was the show that he was in? On Hulu and ABC, I think. Mommy, tell me, what was the show that Sterling K. Brown was on that we watched? I don't know why I can't think of the name of it.
Was it the one with Mandy Moore?
Yeah. In My Love Intimatiglia. Oh my gosh, what is the name of that show? All right, let's go through everyone else what they're watching. My mom's watching The Residents. I started watching that too, Mommy. We
This
have
Is
to talk.
Us.
This is us. Yes, thank God. Thank you, Sarah. Sarah's my girl. We're always right here with it, even though I did not know that. I'm watching The Residents on Netflix. It's like a whodunit. Uzo Aduba's
Oh
in
yeah,
it.
you just told me about
And
that
a-
yesterday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a bunch of comedians that are there. It's a funny one. So if you're looking for something super bingeable, it's like 8 episodes on Netflix. Tracker and Watson says Lori. Let's see. Danielle's a reality show person. Which reality shows? Are you like a Bravo girl into like the Housewives and stuff?
Love is Blind.
Love is Blind. That's a
We could
reality
talk
show.
about that. I mean,
Yeah,
that could
well,
be.
we
Oh,
were super into Love is Blind.
oof.
Anita says Jeopardy and cooking shows. I love cooking shows because you guys know I love baking. I also
You have your
love
own.
Jeopardy. I have my own. Shout out to TikTok. We'll post it on Instagram soon. I used to watch Jeopardy every night with my dad, and we would keep score. So I need to get back on my Jeopardy game.
Who won?
We would go pretty much back and forth. Maybe I won a couple more times than my dad, but
He probably let you win.
yeah, right. I'm a genius. Hey, Taylor's Future Day, if you're watching, try to get tickets for this sold out show tonight. Jeanette, girl, that's not happening for me. Either the show or the Future Day, but it's okay. Heather says Reacher is awesome. Check out The Pit on Max.
Yeah.
Have you heard of The Pit?
No, but Reacher is awesome.
Aaron Minkowski somewhere downstairs is going, yeah, Reacher.
Yeah,
love
Reacher.
Reacher.
Oh,
The Doc on Fox, Cheryl says. Haven't heard of that one, but give it a chance. Mark, the only TV I'm watching is horse racing and AEW. Which one is AEW? Who's on that?
I'm not that locked into it,
Oh.
but it's not WWE.
What's the difference?
It's like two different companies, two different shows.
But it's the same thing, like wrestling.
No, well, yes, it's wrestling, but it's not the same thing.
Same concept, different like networks.
That's like saying if you went to see Aladdin and The Lion King on Broadway, it's the same thing. It's
two
not.
different shows.
Yeah.
Same format.
No, I don't think so.
It's the same thing as grown men in
Okay.
short shorts.
Yes, Peter. Daredevil is based off of the superhero.
Very cool. My Aunt Diane's here. Good morning. Jeopardy and anything sports. Honestly, yes, that's what's airing. When I
Yeah.
go home, we're watching Jeopardy and then whatever sports are on. So March Madness, big weekend for March Madness, comes back tonight. I don't know when they play, but if you are, if you need a reason to get into March Madness, Michigan has a Western New Yorker on the team. His name is Roddy Gale Jr., and he was shooting the lights out last week. Honestly, he's the reason they won. He's from Niagara Falls. He went to Newport schools, and he went to Ohio State first, and now he's on Michigan. They have made it to the Sweet 16.
How do you end up doing that?
I know it's a weird jump to make, but some people do it, and he was able to. Sarah, I love the White Lotus. It's so entertaining. All three of the Chicago shows, so like Chicago Med, Chicago Fire, The Rookie, Grays. So you're into those like, what are they called? Like, not sitcoms, but
No, it's I don't know. Like, what would you consider Grey's Anatomy?
TV dramas, something like
Yeah.
that. I love Grey's Anatomy. My mom loves Grey's Anatomy too, but I had to stop at a certain point. That show's got to stop. It's going too far.
For the Chicago shows, I love that they made it all like one universe. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that they can like go in between. That's really cool. My aunt Diane says Wheel of Fortune, and my dad and I hate Wheel of Fortune. My sister loves Wheel of Fortune, but I think Wheel of Fortune
That's the one
is
where you buy a
unbearable to
vowel?
watch. Yeah, and like I love Vanna White, but do we need that lady anymore? I mean, they're like she doesn't have to go over and touch them. They're, back in the day, she used to need to turn the things, to, like, reveal the letters.
Yeah.
We don't need her anymore.
I don't- What's so?
I mean, she's just profiting at this point, just to like stand there and
yeah, collect the bag.
It's the best job ever, but like I just don't understand the point.
You're hating
uh,
on her for no reason.
I have plenty of reason. Love all 3 seasons of The White Lotus. What else? What are the people watching? Oh, Barbara's got a full list. Abbott Elementary. Love that show. My mom and I were just talking about that one. Rookie. Kitchen Nightmares. That's a fun show to watch. You ever watch that?
No.
Kitchen Nightmares. They like go to restaurants that are like just absolutely awful. They got like rats in the back, and they
So it's like Bar
"What are you
Rescue but
doing?"
for kitchens.
Exactly.
Okay.
The View, some others on Hulu Prime, movies over across the board funny. She likes a lot of comedy, and everyone was saying This Is Us. Oh, Jeff says get the hat back here.
He did say that.
Jeff, we do what you tell us to do at this point. Jeff Baker runs the show. What else? Fire Country, Rookies, HGTV.
The only thing is, it seems like everyone is kind of just watching the same show, so it kind of makes it difficult.
Yeah, that's what's fun. Then we can talk about it. My mom loves all the Chicago shows and Grays.
I
Our
want
mom
to hear
cooks
about other
drama.
things. I want to
Branch out?
expand.
Well, that's how
Yeah.
my content plate is so full. I have so many things on my list that I don't even think I can get to.
I say I want to expand, and then I just listen to the same music all the time. for
And
everything.
Kim, yes, there's a young man on American Idol who's from Buffalo. He's pretty good. If you go to our website, we do have a story on him. His name is Jameer. So tune in Sunday at 8 o'clock so we can see his journey to Hollywood. Kelly likes the Housewives of New Jersey. If you do like that, maybe Traders, try Traders. Dolores, who I think is on Real Housewives of New Jersey, was on the Traders this season. That was really fun. Watch The Floor, the game show. It's called The Floor.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming the floor falls out from under them.
I don't know. Kelly, you got to tell us more about The Floor.
Double Dare 2000. Was that before your time?
I don't know what that is. I don't think. Everyone's saying they like Vanna. I'm not hating on Vanna. I'm just saying. I just think we've grown past
you
the
don't
need to have
believe that
Vanna
she
White on the
should have a
show.
job. You said that.
Yeah,
You said that. There's proof. That's
I guess.
kind of messed up.
I'm saying I think she should retire where she's at, like Pat Sajak. Sarah, I love Traders and Abbott too. Taylor, we are totally twins. Honestly, we need to have like a binge watching session. Me and Sarah, we're gonna watch like White Lotus and all our favorite shows. I'll bake something and we'll hang out. Kim says she'll be watching for sure. And, oh, let me tell you guys before we go, when Michigan plays their next game. So if you are into March Madness, Michigan basketball, they play tomorrow at 9:30. So we're rooting for Roddy
night.
Gale. Yes, 9:30 p.m. So Roddy Gale Jr. is the guy to watch. He's local. Sunday at 8 o'clock is American Idol. We can watch our friend Jameer. And then tonight is our Voices special.
Yes.
Tonight and tomorrow.
Tonight at 7, and then tomorrow it reruns at 5.
Jeff Baker's waiting for his director's paycheck from Channel 7 for orchestrating our hat toss back and forth. Jeff Baker, you know we appreciate you, but we ain't sending you a check, buddy. Maybe. You can have some of my check. I'll share it with you, Jeff. All right, guys. Happy Thursday. Thanks for joining us. We will join you back here tomorrow for Friday. Have a great day.